In this video, I will be discussing the legal expenses to date and the HOA's current financial state. I've heard it said that the HOA board has squandered away tens of thousands of dollars in unnecessary phone calls to the attorney. And so let's go ahead and take a closer look at that. In 2019, our total legal expenses for the year was $6,648.22. $1,314.60 of that amount was for enforcement, fining, and any type of collections, and the remaining balance of $5,333.62 was incurred for Track B related issues. $5,300 gets spent quicker than you'd think when attorneys are involved. We hired a new attorney in 2019. He had to review all of our HOA documents, our SwiftMud permit, our dock lease. He contacted all of our government agencies to see if deeding Tract B was possible and what avenues we could take. And then he attended an HOA meeting to explain to the community his findings. The legal expenses for 2020 totaled $21,336.50. From that amount, $14,902 was Track B related. $3,652.50 was due to a failed recall attempt 32 days prior to our annual election. $2,257 incurred before our annual election. We were told that since there were 3 openings and 3 candidates, that an election was not required, that the 3 candidates automatically would serve the board for the following year. And that was disputed by Lisa Luckey, and the legal fees for that are as reflected. The effort to stop the budget meeting was $525. That was just prior to the failed recall. There were community members and board members trying to stop the budget meeting from happening until after they removed the board members, which did not take place. And the remaining $2,597.40 was for enforcement, fining, and collections, etc. There were 3 letters from the Mackins to community members for the attorney to review, 2 petitions for the attorney to look over. The Mackins had 3 different attorneys represent them at some point. Our attorney terminated service with the HOA. The HOA hired a new attorney, and the new attorney needed to research and get up to speed and go through the same process once again and reach out to government entities, review our documents and guidelines, and come up with his own advice on what to do with the Tract B situation. And the new attorney also attended a board meeting to explain his findings. Let's take a listen to our treasurer, Lisa Luckey, explaining our legal budget and how we're going to avoid incurring fees moving forward.
Year to date, as far as legal goes, we've spent $6,500. We budgeted $10,000. So again, we're not halfway through the year. We're more than halfway through our budget. So obviously, as a board, we are going to be trying to be a little more cognizant of how frequently and how often we actually need to speak to the attorney so that we're not wasting money.
Immediately following this meeting, I was contacted by the HOA attorney requesting to turn over my email account. Here is my reply. Good afternoon, Keith, Maria, and Joseph. I am responding to your request to turn over my personal email, password, and account to the HOA. Maria has possession of all board communications that are a community record, as she was copied on those emails. Furthermore, this request does not follow the precedent that took place over the following board members that have served before me. And then I list all the board members who were not required to turn over their email accounts. Additionally, I did some research on this topic, and here is something I thought you might find interesting, and I went and cited some case law. The HOA attorney then sends an email to the board The issue is whether the emails in JH's personal account are official records of the association. The short answer is no. Practically speaking, I suspect that the manager has the official emails. I advise that the board consider adopting an email policy to avoid this situation like this. Lisa Lucky went on to argue in 3 separate emails that it is the law, insinuating that she knows better than our HOA attorney. This is a pattern of Lisa's that has cost the community a lot of money. Luckily, in this circumstance, the majority of board members decided this was not something worth spending HOA funds on. The legal expenses as of March of 2021 total $6,467.50, most of which are TRACB related, if not all. At the end of March, just prior to leaving the board, I did inquire about the outstanding balance for March legal fees and was told that it was $2,400 at that point, so it could be more, and that did include the recall effort. We'll see that bill paid in the April financial statement. Our current financial state is alarming. It is only April, and we are nearing the $10,000 budget in legal expenses for the year. We have not completed the easement agreement, which is needed to get in compliance with the state regarding our state submerged land lease. We no longer have a surplus in our operating account. So I would like to know how the board plans to operate the remainder of the year without a special assessment.